It all began at the end of that season. I'll never forget. It was the bottom of the seventh. There were 2 outs, a man at first, a big, ugly man. A man at second, a pretty boy with no speed. We were down by a run. I was up. All I needed was a hit. Oh, no! I hit a pathetic and sorry pop of my stink! And as the ball came down like a dead canary, I thought it was going to bring the big blue sky with it. Right then and there, I made a commitment. I'd go to the end of the earth if I had to. I'd search and search for the softball gods, if there were any, and I wouldn't come back till I had all the answers. At first, I hid in the brush like a dodo bird, learning patience and eye coordination skills. Slowly, as my confidence came, I would attack giant boulders, lifting and heaving them, developing my explosive power. I even honed my accuracy.
On the money, baby.
I noticed my agility and speed were becoming awesome.
Dinner.
It must have been the protein. Anyway, all that's behind me now. I have returned, heart fired up, and I'm ready to play.
Ultimate Softball. Brought to you by DeMarini Custom Bats. Now you've got the distance. Hanson Sports, makers of the Wrist Pro Wrist Protector. And by Mizuno for serious performance. Welcome to sunny Phoenix, Arizona, where golf may be king, but softball's the thing 12 months a year. We're here for the USSSA Mixed Spring Classic Tournament. Here's your befuddled first base coach, Ultimate Softball's Ray DeMarini.
The long winter is over. Time to play ball. The sun is out. Hi, I'm Ray DeMarini, and welcome to Ultimate Softball, a show about softball for softball players. Brought to you from all over the country at the best tournaments in the United States. We're going to have great offensive tips. We're going to have fabulous, informative defensive tips, make you a better player. We're going to have a lot of entertaining action. Stay tuned. Ultimate Softball will be right back with Tom Sneva, 1983 Indy 500 champion and owner of the Victory Lane Complex here in Phoenix, Arizona. Hot Phoenix, Arizona. Hi, I'm here with 1983 Indy 500 champion Tom Sneva and Victory Lane, Phoenix, Arizona softball complex. Tom, it's a distinct pleasure to be here. It's a fabulous facility.
Well, thank you. We try to build a sports complex that would really focus in on the whole family. You know, there's so many softball players out there. We've tried to build a complex here that's really family-orientated with the kids areas, the volleyball, the basketball, the batting cages.
Yeah, and that's what's so evident. I mean, you get a lot more than just softball here. Now, what about, did you play yourself at all?
Well, I've got a glove, you know.
Well, I read a quote from you some years ago, and it said that everybody knows the right thing to do, but you get pumped up, the adrenaline starts flowing, and you got to learn to psych down. And that's how you have to hit a softball. That's exactly the key to being a good ball player.
Oh, no question about it. I mean, the first time I get up to bat in a game or something, I want to go after the first pitch, you know, and I think everybody's experienced that, yeah. And you want to do well, but yeah, it is. It's controlling emotions, and you know, it's that's what's important to do at Indianapolis. That's what keeps you off the wall at 200 miles an hour.
See, the difference is if I pop up to the pitcher, I sit down. You hit the wall, you go visit the doctor,
right.
If you're lucky.
Sometimes you go lay down.
How many hits have I got off you in a row? Well, at least 1 or 2.
Oh, come on, man. 20, 25?
Never.
Oh, we on? Oh, sorry. This is Joel.
He's a really good coach, really known for his ability to organize practices, and I think this is very important at this time of the season, at any time of the season. You have to have snappy practices, you know, keep people's attention, not a bunch of people standing there, blah, blah, blah. Joe, what do you do? How do you make the practice both productive and entertaining to the player, which is very important?
I like to have them all there on time and start all together. And we usually start with a stretching exercise. We make sure we get everybody stretched, all the muscles stretched out. Well, mostly with a softball player, you want to get the arms. You want to get the arms stretched real good with all the throwing involved in the swinging. With the hamstrings are very important. That's probably the most common injury in softball is a hamstring. Someone running quick, short distances and turning around the bases. That's where you see a lot of your hamstring and your calf injuries. So you want to make sure you stretch those hamstrings out real well and the calves real well. It seems like a lot of people, as you get a little older, we're not kids anymore, the arms are, they take a beating in softball. So you want to make sure you stretch those arm muscles out real good. I usually start the guys throwing at a short distance, and then as the arm gets a little warmer, we back them up a little farther. First 5 or 6 practices, I don't let anybody throw real hard. If I see them doing it, I usually stop them. I'll hit the outfield. I'll work on getting them to backing up on a ball. I get them working on coming in on a ball. I work on running balls down in the gap, moving laterally, and most importantly is hitting the cutoff man, getting those cutoff people out there and work on picking the ball up, throwing it to the cutoff man. Games are won and lost because of a failure to hit the cutoff. I'll always hit them ground balls or line drives that they have to come charging in on. And there, I will have them throw it directly to second base or third base or whatever, but I'll always have the cutoff in between them, and I advise them all to throw that ball head high through the cutoff and then let it go through. And that way, if something happens, or another runner breaks or something, someone can yell to the cutoff and he can cut that quick. So it's real important I stress them head high through the cutoff. During a game, 80 to 90% of the balls hit to an outfielder are never right at them. They're usually one side or the other. So I think that that's real important during practice to hit the balls in the gap, get some of that lateral movement, and watch their footwork and see if there's something I can help them on. On my infield practice now, I'll bring my infielders in and I'll hit them ground balls. And I usually start hitting the balls about quarter speed. And I'll hit a couple, 2 or 3 to each player like that, and then I'll move it up to about 50%. And then I slowly increase it until I've hit about 10 balls to each one of them before I'm hitting the balls at probably game speed that they'll see. And we work on throwing the ball across the field to first base, and we work on the double play balls. We work on throwing it to third, we work on throwing it to home. Nice flip.
We do also a lot of lateral drills with them, hitting them ground balls one side or the other also. We work on communication, on balls that are hit right between 2 players, having them talk on who's going for it and who's going to make the backup on it. We work on the first baseman fielding the ball and the pitcher covering first. It seems like in hitting practice, that's everybody's time to kind of shine. Everybody likes to get in there and hit the ball hard, and a lot of the guys like to hit it deep and see how far they hit it. And I have to kind of put my hand down sometimes on that because everybody's up there trying to hit home runs. Early in the year, they'll take 50 to 60 cuts. Later in the year, as our practices ease off and we get into our full tournament schedule, and usually one round of balls about 20, 25 cuts. Usually at the end of each one of my practices, I find it real important to get everybody together and let them know what I thought of the practice and what some of the strengths we had. I always want to be complimentary to the players and let them know when they're doing a good job.
Don't worry about anything, just being relaxed. The guy pitches the ball, you're totally relaxed. Boom! Get control of that head. We're at a mixed USSSA tournament right now. It's an early season tournament. The primary purpose of a tournament early in the year like this is just to get the kinks out, get yourself shaped up, get out there, swing against a real team, you know, play some defense, make some plays, find out what you need to work on. And I highly recommend that all you teams get involved in some early season tournaments. They're fun. You can get a lot of games in and you can get a lot of work in a short amount of time. And I'm here with Mike McCormick, who's the USSSA Mixed State Director of Phoenix. Mike, my pleasure to meet you.
Great, nice meeting you.
What do you got going on here exactly?
We hold a mixed tournament at least once a month, but this is sort of the one where everybody's trying to get all the kinks out. The weather's usually absolutely perfect. Like here, it's usually not as windy. And the Tucson teams come out of hibernation. The Flagstaff teams try to get out of hibernation. And it usually ends up being a nice sized tournament.
Now, this is the first time that there's going to be a USSSA Mixed World Series, and that's going to be right here at Victory Lane?
Victory Lane here. We've got access to 23 fields, of which the main complex will be Victory Lane, October 20th through 22nd. It's the first time that anybody in slow pitch is going to have 4 divisions for the mixed program, and it's the only tournament in the United States where 4 world titles will be decided in one weekend.
When you're out here in the heat, you have to realize that you need lots and lots of fluids, not only during the game, but after the game, to replenish the supply.
Do you think that maybe 4-pound steak you ate last night, raw, rare, whatever the hell you call it, had anything to do with this? And the 150 pounds of French fries?
You definitely don't want to eat a big steak and a lot of French fries.
But I seen you do it. Go, here's him.
No, I actually had a baked potato.
Oh, you had a field of baked potatoes. This guy's going, he's pulling them out of the ground.
Now, the Sultan of SWAT, the Titan of Terror, the Colossus of Crash, the Little Bambino. Your ultimate hitting tips with Ray DeMarini.
Okay, here we are, spring training. First offensive tip of the year. I think it's very important before we even worry about your swing, your mechanics, all that stuff. What is the right mental attitude for you to have? Because that's going to carry you through the year. You got to get control of this head. This head will like mess with you, and you can't let that happen. What did we start playing this game for? We started playing because we're tired of sitting our little butts on the couch. We want to get out and have some fun, relive our youth. You know, you think back to when you were a little kid and you had some old smashed up ball and all your buddies and a mangled up bat, and you went down to the park all summer and played ball. God, it's the greatest feeling on earth then. Now you may have Viper payments and a rotten boss and God knows what you got, and you're just looking for a release. So make this fun. It's the most joyful game there is. Played in the summer, women in bikinis, and God knows what else. It's the greatest game there is. Look at this beautiful field here. Don't make it complicated by getting all, emotional. And this will carry you through the year, because I don't care how good you are. You're going to have some bad games. You're going to have some games where you're mad at yourself, and the right attitude, when you get like that, the first thing you think about, hey, I'm not a professional player, and 99 and 9/10 of you people watching this show are not going to be professional players, so have some fun. Oh, baby, I missed you. It's been a while, but we're back! Okay. What do you do when you get in the batter's box? What should you be thinking about? We're going to set you up right now with the right mental thoughts. You get in this batter's box, and I want you to be thinking about being relaxed. You've already taken your batting practice, whether in a batting cage or with your buddies on the field. Hopefully, if you haven't, you got a whole set another problem. But you don't have to think about hitting. Don't think about anything but being relaxed. Your body knows what to do. And along with being relaxed, which means no muscle tension in your body, I'm just totally relaxed, comes rhythm. And here's a really good way to get rhythm. Is you look at any good hitter and you see how I'm just kind of bouncing on my feet. That's really important to do, because it's allowing me to have the right kinetic energy, which is the ability to use my weight to my advantage. I'll go back to go forward and do all these things right. But if I got myself like firmly jammed down into this ground like I'm cemented in and my arms are locked, you're not going to have any power. You just forget it. You're just going to be a log. You could be 6'2", 240, and you're not going to hit the ball well. You're just not. I was watching this, what do you call that, tough man competition the other night, and I seen this big goofball, 6'2", 260, all muscled up, and he's like punching like this. He's all like tight, and he's fighting this big, tall, skinny guy that looked like he had no muscle at all, and about 15 seconds later, the muscled up guy was flat on his back, because the other guy understood that this is athletics. It's being relaxed, smooth, boom, boom, boom. You're not, forget all this tightness. It doesn't apply, especially to this game, because this game is a game of explosive power, and you do that by allowing yourself to have explosive power, not by being, cemented into the ground. So the first thing you do, think of some rock band, I don't know, some song, Tom Petty, any song you've got in your head that makes your hips move a little bit and gets you bouncy on your feet. And then, maybe take 2 swings at the pitcher like that. 1, 2, and then go right back into your position. And the thing you're thinking about is just being relaxed. Don't worry about anything, just being relaxed. The guy pitches the ball, you're totally relaxed. Boom! In order to hit the ball hard, you've got to be relaxed. It's called control aggression. I call it fury. But it's relaxed fury. By being relaxed, I allow the fury to come out. Don't try to force it out. Let it come out. Be relaxed. Let your hands throw. Throw your hands at the ball. And if you do that, if you can do what I just said, which is to have some rhythm in your swing, in your stance, and then be relaxed when the guy pitches the ball, you will have a great year. I don't care about your mechanics. You will be a better player from this day forward. Don't let your head, don't let your ego, don't let anything dictate you being relaxed, and you will have a great season. So. What I've noticed about you is, in being at spring training with you last year, it didn't even look like, you know, I heard some people say that hadn't seen you before, Scary Fisher's not that good. He's just hitting little dink balls between first and second, second and third, slapping the ball around. How can this guy be one of the best players in the country? And of course, about the third day, you started hitting 400-foot bombs and kind of woke everybody up. But I was really impressed the way you set yourself up for the season by doing that. What are you doing?
Well, it gives me a lot of hand-eye coordination just to hit the 5-6 hole, hit it up the middle, hit the left side of the pitcher, the right side of the pitcher, the 3-4 hole. And that really gets me loosened up, ready to hit the long ball.
Bye-bye. One of the primary purposes of our show is to provide you with information that may prevent you from receiving injuries. And we have Scott Holte here. Hi, Scott.
Hi, Ray. How are you?
From Hanson. Good to see you.
Thank you.
And he's got a wrist protector for infielders, outfielders, that really good protective device and can save you some injuries. Scott, tell me about this.
Well, thanks, Ray. We went back and a few years ago developed this product because we saw by coming to tournaments like this that, you know, the guy hits the worm burner ground ball and it skips a rock and takes a bad hop, and we found that there was a lot of preventable wrist injuries in softball.
So what do? You put this on here like this.
Right.
Take a few pops at it. It's a, what is it?
Exactly.
Some sort of a
protective
pad?
Right. That's the internal mechanism of the Wrist Pro wrist protector. And what it is it's a special blend of a polyvinyl chloride plastic. It stays pliable, so it fits the wrist. It's comfortable, not cumbersome. And on the other side of the plastic, Ray, is a polyurethane foam. It's a closed-cell compressed foam, so it kind of acts together along with the plastic. The plastic will absorb the flexion, and the padding there will help prevent that serious wrist injury.
Yeah, and of course, the first thing I'm thinking, if I'm an infielder, which I never would be, let me make that clear, but if I was, this would give me a heck of a lot more confidence, because I know I can take a pretty good shot there. I got a glove on my hand, I got this thing.
Right. Right.
It's got to make you better.
Yeah, it really does. It makes you a more aggressive defensive player, and it gives you a lot more confidence to take on that hard ground smash.
Amy, what's with this head first slide, first of all bloodied up? What's this mean? You out there to win?
Yes, I am. Playing fun.
But you have fun, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Why do you play the game?
Why do I play the game? Because I love it.
Did you play? Whoa, duh. Did you play fast pitch before you played this?
Yes, I did. I played 3 years at ASU.
Oh, really? What position?
I played shortstop.
Compare fast pitch to slow pitch.
Very different.
What do you like better?
Well, I played all women's. I kind of like co-ed because it's a little more competitive.
You can look at butts?
Yeah, very much so.
I knew that.
Especially the white one. The white pants, I love that.
Hi, I'm Julie Smith with Dudley on D.
Okay, I'm here with Julie Smith. She's the second base person on the United States Pan American gold medal champion. Just got back from Argentina. Just got off the jet. Congratulations, you got a gold medal.
Thank you, Ray.
It's good to have you here. Now, Julie is going to be our resident defensive expert on the Dudley defensive tip segment of our show, and she has some really good drills that I've already seen her put the players through, which are kind of brutal, actually.
There you go, Booty!
Kind of like you got a little mean streak.
Yeah!
They're like
Whatever,
Dr.
yeah.
Sardonica drills from what I've seen.
If a player fails to execute the play properly, then what they have to do is get down and do 10.
Well, Julie, why don't you give us our first spring training tip? What did I do wrong here to have to do this?
Ray, you just keep doing those until I get back, okay?
Oh, thank you.
Okay, what we're going to do today is called a sound reaction drill. It's going to make you guys think about the play even before it happens. So what we're each going to do is set up 5, 6 balls around us.
Balls.
I'm going to call out a number. 3, 6, 4. 6 is who?
Short.
Who's 4?
Second.
Who's 3? Good.
5.
1, 2, 6. In the beginning, we get confused.
It's totally clear to me.
2, 6, 5. Right here, Rich. 5, 2, 6. Yeah. 1, 6, 3. Oh. Push up, baby. Push up. 2, 3, 4.
Am I done yet?
Oh, Ray, we've been done for 10 minutes. You can stop.
Ultimate Softball Star of the Week is Scott Flood, a super major player for Professionals Choice Softball Club, sponsored by U.S. Publishing. Scott had 86 home runs and a .723 average in '94.
Scott Flood, feature player of the week, played many years at the top level of softball. Scott, good to have you here.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
I really like watching you hit. In particular, I noticed you really have the ability to shift your weight onto your front foot. Are you consciously doing that?
I constantly think of that. Yeah, that's the most important thing, is shifting all your weight directly into the pitch.
Yeah, well, I was watching you, and your back foot is completely off the ground.
Right. Besides lifting and all the normal training things you should do, I hit off a tee and I hit a tire in my backyard.
And would you just try to smash this bat through the tire?
Yeah, well, I have the tire bolted up to a post, and it looks like a big letter P, and I just try and hit the side of it, and it swings and swings back, and you keep hitting it, and it really emphasizes the point of contact.
Has the tire ever bounced back and hit you in the head?
No, I'm far enough away from it.
In this weekend's action, two-time national champion Ultimate Softball defeated the Tucson Psychos for the Phoenix USSSA Budweiser Mixed Spring Classic Championship. The Perfect Strangers out of Phoenix took the third-place trophy. Co-MVPs were Derek Herbaugh and Ruth Peak, both of Ultimate Softball.
Well, we've had a fantastic time here at the Victory Lane Softball Complex. Right now we're sitting in Tom Sneeva's 104-mile-an-hour golf cart, the fastest golf cart in the world. And a special thanks to Julie Smith, member of the United States National Fast Pitch Team. Thank you very much for watching Ultimate Softball, and we're going to be coming to a city near you soon. Now let's start this baby up and ride away into the sunset.
Ultimate Softball has been brought to you by DeMarini Custom Bats. Now you've got the distance. By Hanson Sports, makers of the Wrist Pro Wrist Protector. And by Mizuno for serious performance. Promotional considerations provided by the Phoenix Holiday Inn Holidome. Our next show will be coming to you from Modesto, California, where we'll take a look at the USSSA Men's A National Qualifier.